We now take you live
to the Central Texas Command Center
in the heart of the resistance. You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
I should have given people some solutions, some corrective measures, and I've had medical doctors on the radio broadcast. Just Friday, I had a pharmacist on. They're the folks that really know. And I said, how safe is the potassium iodate that the military gives troops when they are going to be in a nuclear combat situation? And the answer is very safe. In large dosages, it may make you throw up or upset your stomach. That's why the potassium iodate type that they sell at health food stores for nuclear fallout or as a supplement is good because it's buffered for children and pets. Years ago, we had a sponsor that sold it on air. We don't have that sponsor now, so I'm not selling it. I am saying you should get out there and get it, because even if there isn't a lot of fallout that's going to hit the U.S., and we are the first country of call, along with Canada, the jet stream that goes over Japan, with that reactor that blew up and melted down yesterday, and 5 more, actually 11 more, because there's 5 more just at the Fukushima facility. Okay, and then 5 more after that, and one's already melted down. That's 11. One's already melted down and blown up. They tried to cover it up. It's now admitted it blew up, but they're trying to play that down. Radiation off the chart. All the isotopes you're going to find with that type of reactor going critical and melting down. Cesium, radioactive iodine, and yes, uranium being picked up. Luckily, the uranium level is still low, because it takes that stuff really catching on fire and then exploding and ejecting into the atmosphere. But Japan is right across the Pacific Ocean from us, and the jet stream and the trade winds that are lower, I keep repeating this for listeners, okay? It comes in Northern California. The main band of the current jet stream, it moves around a bit, comes in Northern California up to Seattle. It then dips down through Idaho, down through Colorado, into Texas, Oklahoma, and then goes back up higher into the atmosphere, back up to above 35,000 feet. But it is dumping in over the United States, and it should get here in the next day or so. And I've talked to medical doctors on air. I've talked to pharmacists. They say different chemicals that are in the environment that mimic iodine already fill your thyroid. That's why you have such thyroid problems out there. That it's good to fill your thyroid with good iodine. And so as long as you consult a physician or a pharmacist, go talk to them. I personally, tomorrow, am going on potassium iodate. That doesn't mean iodine. That's poison, folks. Medical grade. It's over the counter. But a lot of places have already sold out of it. Japan is running out of it. That's in the Associated Press. The government's trying to hand it out to everybody. Here, it's going to be much lower levels of these radioactive isotopes, but the media, I'll guarantee you, is not going to hype this up and tell you as a precaution. You're not going to be getting huge, deadly dosages of it, but none of this stuff's good for you. You get a certain allowable amount of different radiation every year, and it's in the environment. It comes in out of space. It comes in off the sun. There's different types of it. What do you think burns your skin, folks? Ultraviolet radiation. But in that wavelength, it's also carrying all sorts of other radiation. And that's one reason we get cancer, is it breaks down our DNA. So you don't want any of that uranium, any of that cesium, any of the radioactive iodine, because it goes right to your thyroid and builds up in there and causes problems. So that's what I would do for myself. That's what I'm doing. I already owned it. And it's got basically an endless shelf life. So I already had some, been digging around. We did find it finally. But the point is, didn't think we'd found it earlier, got the call, we have found it. But the point is that I had to dig around, even though I'm the guy that knows about this stuff. Okay, I'm done ranting. Habu, Earl, Juan, Josh, David, CVT, Lawrence, Joe, Baron, Robert, we're going to get to all of you. I want to hear from all of you. I've got a lot of other facets of this. They're set to have even bigger aftershocks. Statistically, they're going to be hitting Japan. They've already had over 100 aftershocks, but they're looking for a big one. Pray for Japan. They would have been better off with the fictitious Godzilla coming out of the water and attacking. I mean, that place is on fire. Probably they're reporting 10,000 dead in one fishing village. The scope of this is unknown. The scope of the radiation on those coastal plants with meltdowns going on. Again, they're reporting 6 plants on the verge of meltdown. One's already gone meltdown, but they're counting one plant that's 6 as one plant. So the real number that we're talking about here is 11 plants. 6 at one facility, 5 more in danger of total meltdown. Clearly there was a cover-up. They have admitted that the Fukushima one did blow. They're just not sure how bad. You notice you're not seeing up-close video of that bad boy. The Japanese government now admits meltdown occurred. This is a very serious situation. It did go Chernobyl. So, if you know people in Seattle, you know people in Portland, Oregon, you know people in the major cities of Utah and Idaho, that's where the jet stream dumps in. And there is undoubtedly radiation coming this way. Again, DU was used, not near as deadly as what's coming out of that plant, by the tons, thousands of tons on the ground in Afghanistan and Iraq. And both in 2001, 2002, and then in 2003 was the biggest year. It went all the way around the world from Central Asia, from Iraq and then Afghanistan, the border of the Middle East and Central Asia, went all the way around the world, over China, over Japan, across the Pacific, across the United States and Canada, past England and Western Europe, where they did have detectors and did pick up the DU in high levels. After it had gone over us, our government covered it up here because they were the ones using it. Now, with that track record, they will cover it up again. Do you understand that? Okay? They will cover it up. I don't know why they do this. They're just so evil. They didn't want to, I guess, point out that the government was using a deadly nuclear weapon, DU, to shoot through the enemy's armor and to use against ground troops with a radioactive half-life over 4 billion years. Now, if they'll do that, ladies and gentlemen, are they going to tell us about this? They don't want the American people being prepared. They don't want you being self-sufficient. All right, I've said enough. Let's jam in a call, and we'll go to break and come back with a lot more. Habu, I promise we'll get to all 14 of these calls. Habu in Wisconsin, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Well, hello, Mr. Alex Jones. So nice to be on your show. Thank you. I think the world of you. As somebody who's lived abroad, you are the real deal. I don't want to go on and on, but I just want you to know that when somebody looks at U.S. news coverage, commentary, it is all piffle. None of them come to the way you get real with what's being disseminated. On Friday, you said as much that it is very likely that there's going to be a meltdown, and this wasn't on the wires until Saturday night U.S. time. This is why I will not listen to. I will read other things, but you are the one that I hold very in high standing and in admiration because you have cojones. If I may just say about this, the iodine. I was talking to a pharmacist here in Madison, and he said a better way to get iodine is to take a serving of kelp once a week.
Yes.
And that is a more, that mechanism...
Yeah, I'd forgotten that I actually was talking to the pharmacist Friday on air, and he'd said kelp's the way to go because it's the natural, good iodine, and that absolutely everybody should be rushing out because the potassium iodate's selling out just from the folks that are informed. Imagine when the general public finds out, you won't find it anywhere. Seaweed, kelp, raw kelp pills. A lot of restaurants serve kelp. Kelp, kelp, kelp. Get your kids, all of you, eat a big serving of kelp, and that'll cover you for a week or so.
Yeah, and the last thing is, you know, as bad as this situation is, in a way I can't fault Japan because this was a natural disaster and one of biblical proportions. But something like the DU is nothing but criminal and, you know, the work of the devil.
Absolutely. The globalists knew that DU would kill the troops and those it was used against. 12 to 15 times increase in deformities in the Iraqi children. That's the British Medical Journal. And our own troops coming back and dying, and then they don't get treatment. Think of how evil the Pentagon is. This is not our government. More calls straight ahead.
Alex has told you that the Mideast uprisings over food prices and shortages caused by fuel costs are spreading worldwide. We're seeing the impact right here in the United States. Ethanol that was supposed to reduce petroleum use and fuel prices hit a 30-month high in February, and pump prices are expected to reach $5 a gallon. Because of shipping costs, food is being priced out of the reach of millions of Americans with an expected 35% jump in the next 60 days. Move quickly while you can still afford it, and eFoods Direct will pay your shipping costs for you. For the best tasting, long-term storable food, you pay nothing for shipping and can put every dollar into food at today's prices. eFoods Direct, food so delicious you can serve it tonight or save it for the future. Take advantage of free shipping by calling 800-409-5633. On the web, efoodsdirect.com/Alex, 800-409-5633, or efoodsdirect.com/Alex.
A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years. The crazy part is, he's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet. And it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can find the video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica, the number 3.com. Watch the free video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com. Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones asking you for a minute of your time to tell you about soap. Not detergents, but good old-fashioned pure soap made by the Cal Ben Soap Company, a family-owned and operated American company. My family, staff, friends, and radio listeners are constantly telling me how much they love these products for bath, hair, laundry, and dishes. There is nothing like these factory-direct, big money-saving, triple-concentrated soaps anywhere. Get a free detailed catalog by calling 800-340-7091 or see them online at 5starsoap.com or infowars.com. Let's talk to the owner of 5 Star Soap, Marty Schachter, and see what he has to say.
As founder and owner for over 63 years, people keep asking me, how's business? I'm happy to say our business is going down the drain. Call us at 1-800-340-7091. Visit our website, 5starsoap.com, for buying our 1 to 2 month soap sampler. Thank you.
You've heard Alex explain how the Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced colloidal silver solutions, yet many are unaware of the entire function of the Silver Lungs system and how it has been designed to deliver your silver solutions anywhere in or on the body. My name is Mario Cifaldi, and I'm the developer of the Silver Lungs generator. Not only does the Silver Lungs system produce endless colloidal and ionic silver solutions, it also comes equipped with the proper applicators and devices needed to deliver your silver solutions directly to key target areas. This includes the eyes, ears, nose, lungs, topically to the skin, and orally for the digestive system. Be sure to watch our new 7-minute video tour of the Silver Lungs system at www.silverlungs.com to learn more about how the Silver Lungs system works. As well, we are always ready to answer any questions you may have. That's www.silverlungs.com.
Coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
Okay, if you're watching on prisonplanet.tv, you can actually see me here with Whole Foods iodine from kelp for healthy thyroid function. You see, there's all these different chemicals in the environment that they use to bleach the flour and things that mimic iodine but are very toxic. That's why thyroid dysfunction is at epidemic proportions all over the Western world. That's why it's healthy, not that I even follow my knowledge, I should, to take normal, natural iodine sources. And so, yes, even if you can't get the medical-grade potassium iodate, you can get iodine from kelp for healthy thyroid function, or I've got a bottle here of organic iodine dietary supplement from alfalfa.